Hey guys, we are starting a new project today, 6 solar panels, 1 Tesla Powerwall, and connect everything to an existing solar system. We have existing solar system, it's a grid tie, no energy storage, and we're going to add 6 solar panels in this area and connect this to the Powerwall 3. We're gonna use same chum link mounts. So as you can see, this was installed like a long time back, and the sealant, it's still like really soft. After making layout on a roof, we are cleaning up the roof, locating the rafters and installing Q-base mounts. Now we install an Iron Reach 10-degree tilt kit. Все. Now all wiring is finished, all rails done. We can lift panels and start installing them on the roof. And it's going to be, of course, only one string, and we'll need to install 2 mid-circuit interrupters. We have limited space to run new conduits from electrical panel, and we need to connect Tesla Powerwall and EV charger, so I'm going to install junction box and run 1-inch conduit to the electrical panel, and then from junction box it's gonna go to Powerwall and EV charger. And I'm done with conduits for AC side. We have grounding bushing, LB, insulating bushing, then another grounding bushing. This is space for EV charger. Then we have grounding lock in the junction box and main electrical panel. We have a pretty long conduit going from the roof to Powerwall, and to prevent condensation water going to Powerwall, I'm drilling 2 whip holes in LB. And here's what's happening when you don't have drain holes. As you can see, the water is standing here. And again, it's just because it's a really long conduit, a lot of condensation water inside this. And the water in this case, it's even going inside the inverter. Okay, now it's much better. Tesla Powerwall 3 can accept 6 strings up to 20 kilowatts of solar. In our case, we're utilizing 1 input. Now I'm running communication wire between Powerwall and the Tesla backup switch. PG&E installed backup switch. Now we can start the system, and we need to install one additional piece is a Tesla remote meter. And this remote meter, we're gonna have CT sensors connected to this and the antenna. Remote meter is gonna communicate with the Powerwall, and it will monitor production for existing solar system. So in this way, in a grid outage event, Powerwall can charge from this existing solar system, and when it's fully charged, it will change frequency and will slow down the system. So here's a solar breaker for existing AC system. So I'm just going to install this CT sensor and connect to the remote meter. After remote meter is connected to Tesla Powerwall, we can select that first CT sensor is responsible for solar. We are double output because it's 240 volts. And now we can see production from existing AC system. Next step to register system, and after that we can start Powerwall. And now we have 3.3 kilowatts combined energy output. And if we go to metering, we can see that our solar producing 1.4 kilowatts. And if we go to Powerwall, we can see that we're getting 1.8 kilowatts from new solar panels. Okay, and system is running now. To finish system commissioning, I will do system tests, and we need to do backup test. What's gonna happen, backup switch will disconnect home from a grid, and we will power from Powerwall only. So we disconnect from grid, running offline. So right here on the meter we don't have consumption. Now we can go back to the grid. Okay, making screenshot. Last step, apply all labels, and we're ready for all inspections. Alright guys, that's all about this video. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.